this time, and I'm thinking of finishing this episode not as soon as possible, but actually, to start with, if I'm extremely busy, so anyway, if I'm extremely busy, I don't create episodes of podcast, but actually, so which means so I'm not busy, so which means so focusing on this present time. So if I want busy, I wouldn't create an episode of podcast, or I wouldn't create any episode of podcast, which is supposed to be correct in English language, but actually, so in ordinary times, or this is my regular basis. I don't know whether it's fine to use that phrase regular basis in this usage, but actually, so how should I say? So always, or in ordinary times, or in usual times. So if I'm busy, I don't create contents, but actually, so which means if I'm not busy, I create contents. If I'm busy, I don't create contents. Which means if I'm not busy, I create contents, which is anyway. So whatever those rational relations are, not correction, but rational relations are. So anyway, they are, both of them are correct, logically or rationally. And anyway, so this is logical thinking, or rational speaking, or logical speaking are not the main track of this episode. And by the way, so you may occasionally hear some people speak in Japanese language, and because it's a festival, or it's a date of festival today, so which is why, so you may be able to hear some people speaking some Asian language outside this residence. And by the way, my mother tongue is also Japanese language. And this time, wait a moment, please. So, if you have already checked out the title of this episode, you have already known anyway, so I'm going to tell you the title and the conclusion of this episode. The title is AI beauties don't speak, which is good. And the conclusion is boys would stop having girlfriends, which is natural. And so, before the advent, or before the birth of AI beauties, or adult contents, or anyway, so this present time has immense amount, or extremely huge amount of adult contents. This world has extremely huge amount of extremely lots of, or anyway, extremely huge large amounts of adult contents. Anyway, which is, and this world, or this time has extremely large amounts, or extremely huge lots of, or laws of adult contents, and which is the situation of this world. And maybe you agree to what I have just said, and to start with, so which is why, so if you are boys who are thinking of satisfying your own sexual desires, it's fine to use adult contents for playing with yourselves, or for masturbations, or for masturbating. And anyway, so, and but actually many porn videos need beautiful ladies who are human. Adult contents need real adult contents. Beautiful ladies, or beautiful girls as some models of adult contents, which had been the case until this time. And what I'm saying is that some years before, some months before, AI beauties were some people created AI beauties. And what I'm saying is that so if you have if you have no ideas about AI beauties, so what I'm saying what I'm saying are beautiful ladies created by, for example, stable diffusions or AI softwares or there are some softwares using intelligences artificial intelligences for creating beautiful ladies, and those applications or those softwares are what I'm talking about. And by using which, some many people began to create, and many people began to create beautiful ladies or beautiful girls or cute girls with huge boobs or huge tits, and which is what is going on in this present time, and which means so even adult contents do not require real beautiful ladies or real cute girls, and so to create adult contents with cute girls having huge breasts or having huge boobs or having huge tits, people needed to and those adult content creators needed to look for those such beautiful ladies or such cute girls, but actually they needed to find out those busty ladies or curvy girls, but actually this time AI beauties with huge tits are rife. So which is why the adult content creators didn't have to strenuously or didn't have to strenuously look for the cute pictures of cute girls with huge boobs, and which is good for this world, but actually so there's a downside, or there's a fallout, that which is so boys would stop having girlfriends, which I think is a downside, and which I think is one of the downsides. And one of the reasons is that when you create a girlfriend, and I assume that you are boys or you are men, and if you have girlfriends, and you have to listen to them, or you have to listen to what those girlfriends are talking about, and which is one of the shows, or which is one of the works those boys with girlfriends have to do, which is one of the works boys with girlfriends have to do. Not have to do. The conjugation was correct. I'm sorry. So have to do. Boys with girlfriends have to do is to listen to their stories, and which is grammatically thinking that usage of English word was correct. And anyway, but actually to satisfy and if you only focus on satisfying your own sexual desires, you do not need girlfriends, and it's fine to use it's fine to use AI beauties or cute girls with or busty ladies created by artificial intelligences, and which is a situation of this present time, and which means nowadays many developed countries suffer from low fertility rates. They suffer from low fertility rates, but actually so people who do not or people, I mean, at least girls would cease to have, well, maybe girls may want to find out some great boyfriends, but actually for marrying them, but actually but in the case of boys, they don't need pretty girls, and some boys lose the necessities of having girlfriends, because some of them want only to satisfy their own sexual desires, meaning they do not need girlfriends or wives. And when they have some, or if they have some, they need to do many things. Families can be troublesome sometimes, but actually, by them only they are living by themselves. thinking about such a situation, that some boys live on by themselves without having girlfriends or without having wives or without having families. It's possible. It's possible for them to survive, and because so what they want must can be. So some people are satisfied with masturbating by using but only by using AI beauties. They don't need some people do not, some boys do not need families. So which is good, but which is bad. That can be good, that can be bad, and which are, so those upsides and downsides are given by the advent of AI beauties, which is what I'd like you to know this time. And wait a moment, please. The title is AI beauties. Wait a moment, please. AI beauties don't speak, which is good. And the conclusion is boys would stop having girlfriends, which is natural. And anyway, so if you have if you have Twitter accounts, and you can find that, so, and if you can use stable diffusion, for example, and you can get or you can create them you can create AI beauties or busty girls by yourselves. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening. See you.